I just did a reading about this weapon. It's a, you'll see it or you won't or whatever, but it was learning the truth about this weapon of mass destruction, kind of, but it's to debilitate and to control, even to create illnesses, because the system is crumbling. Then there are people in the system who are tired of being a part of that system. The system's not working. Don't disturb this groove, right? And they're going to disturb it by speaking truth, pointing the fingers at the right people, and you're going to have to be careful. Some of this information that you have is talk show worthy on certain talk shows, but you may have to be careful on who they're connected to. Everything's going to change, and with that it will be people who deserve to have talk shows that actually will talk about things in the world that need to be known about. People who they can't be bought. And then with that has to come people who have the money to create networks, right? Some people are sitting on tons of money and you want to, what do I do with this? Create a network where they talk about auspicious shit. You know what I mean? It has to start somewhere. But there are also people experiencing what others said they were feeling, and those people mocked, made fun of, whether they didn't believe it or whether they knew it was happening. They even could have played a part in grabbing some of these devices at one point, not knowing how painful it really was for certain people, and now we're all feeling it. That could also be what's being done on a whole, as there could be some otherworldly beings that protect certain people here, and they want everybody to know that this is what the targets were feeling. I don't even think that this is... See, the targets are almost immune to it, though. This is how this shit worked in perfect sequence. The targets who were targeted are the testees, the ones who were the test tube something, right? Not the test tube, Jesus fucking Christ. The guinea pigs for these weapons. You had this done to you for quite some time. I'm seeing a red cardinal outside. That could mean something to someone. And your body now is not that it's used to it, but it can withstand a lot more. Some of these people are feeling this shit for the first time, and they want to kill themselves. There's a whole newfound respect, is what I'm hearing, for those of you who dealt with this shit wherever you went, followed, hotels, homes. If it was like me, where I would go and sit at a bar and these things were directed at me, there are people feeling this shit, and it took something like this. These beings that are doing this I don't feel like they're doing it to hurt us. They're trying to let everybody know that this is what you were doing to these people. Some of those that were getting involved with attacking people with these things, they didn't even know that it felt like this, or they didn't know it was that many on someone at one time. You couldn't have blood running through your veins, is what I feel, and know that this is what it felt like, and still do this. So there are always going to be those few people that they're too far gone. These will be the people who are going to be forcefully taken to some environment, and they're going to be attacked with these weapons, and people are going to just leave them in this environment so that they can see what they've done to other people. How you cannot think about animals. I guess these kind of people are just hateful all around. They don't care about animals and children. These could even be, I'm guessing, would be child traffickers if they attack people who stand up for children. It's going to be known without words even being said what kind of people these are, what they were getting themselves into, and there are others who, is this what I'm going to become? You know, is this the descendants of humans right now? Could be. I forgot what I was going to write down. It's tragic. Now let's just get into something. Crocodile. Reptilian. And this horse again. This reminds me of Everly with the horse. Is there a horse statue on the Everly property or something that's connected to Everly? I remember Everly being something with the Illuminati, with statues being made, right? Regal royal shit. These reptilian beings stealing wealth, stealing DNA. I'm apprehensive to just say that it's just them. I don't feel like it's just them, but let me see what's up. These people could even be feeling. People in BlackRock and shit like that that never thought that they would ever be attacked. It feels like we're all one at some point, right? With the moon. This is way too much darkness. And the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, that to me is stealing. Yep. This was slowing things down. Things were slowing down. And then now this is debilitated, though. There could be this last moon cycle. There's also darkness slowly dissipating. And I feel like these beings cannot survive. What you're going to experience if you feel like you're around some of these beings, right? I'm around them because I'm intrigued at how they do things. I don't necessarily like them. They remind me of what I'm not. Nobody disrespects my Walmart. Well, that's another thing with these things under Walmart's tunnels and a whole city underground. This could be where some of them are living. They can't stand the sun. Even the darkness they can't live in. Now, I said this out loud, that the reptilians, low vibrational beings, will not be able to survive no matter what the frequency is. For those who refuse to change, maybe it's just not in your nature to change, you will be extinguished and eradicated, annihilated, exterminated, whatever you want to call it. This is also some shit that's going back. They do these rituals, ritualistic things. It may not be the same types of rituals that we're used to, but there is some ritualistic shit that goes along with these people. All of these curses and spells on humanity are dissipating. So motivating. I love doing this shit because it means something when you say that. This is a divine feminine. I already know what this is. Women will rule again. You understand? I feel like you guys have just kind of been sitting back. For you real women, you just kind of been sitting back, letting this shit happen. I'm not sure what your life is like. Float. Just kind of floating it. Is that what this is? Look, and there's the guy again. I feel like you women are apprehensive when it comes to these men now. How many of you are reptilian? How many of you are involved with this shit? I don't know. This is a Freemason thing, a secret society thing. Some of these guys didn't even know that they were a part of this. They were initiated or inducted against their will through friends of theirs. But here it goes again. There's always something in between this man and woman. The last 3 times I pulled cards, this one came out, this one, and then there's something in between. So the last one, it was friends, community, family. I'm not sure if there was another, but this is back to back now. This is boundaries. This is what's separating you from some of these men all over the world, is that the world could be filled with reptilian men. And it could have been so that they take all the women out. You understand? The reptilian brain is lustful. And I believe that it could be a trait of reptilians to despise women because the women used to rule this world. And this takeover could have started even back then when women were in rule. The fall of women started because of reptilians landing on this planet. I'm just going with what I feel like they're saying, of reptilians landing on this planet and being intimidated by the way that things were when women were running things. All right. This is float, right? This is the world, and then here we go with floating. This would be the pressure, the Earth's vibration is now becoming more peaceful. The world is becoming more level. There's more gratitude. I just feel more gratitude, especially when it comes to children and the death. I feel like there aren't as many children going missing, or not as many deaths of any children like this. I feel like this is death magic on children, even doing some type of rituals on kids. It's not taking. I feel like they keep trying to do this shit and it's not taking, and there are people who don't even want anything to do with this shit because there's just way too much fucking attention. It's these, when you know people already know you stole something and you walk into the room and you can't even stay there, you're the one that's making yourself feel uncomfortable. That's what this is. People who are interested in children and shit like that, I feel like nobody's dealing with them, or they're not coming around people because it's the guilt and the shame. This is amazing, though. This needs to happen. Some people could be finding out that they're not actually reptilian. I'm witnessing people falling on their face, getting ill. All of a sudden, people are bedridden or hospital ridden. They are no doubt reptilian. They may wind up shape-shifting. I would be careful. I'm not trying to scare people. I don't want to scare anybody. But for nurses and doctors, if you can tell somebody looks different or their skin's different and they're sick and they're angry, these are the hostile patients. I wouldn't give them as much care. It doesn't seem like it's a far fucking stretch for a lot of you because that system is corrupt. But if you could, just avoid them at all costs if you can. It's inevitable that they're going to die in that hospital. Cancer. Is that what's happening? A lot of them are coming down with cancer. Weren't you the same type of beings who wanted to put shit in our food and in our environments so that how many people died of cancer? This is all coming back to them now? Creating the thing of cancer, even putting shit out there, right? But then more so, the radiation and the chemotherapy that killed people. I think people are this may be true. I get diagnosed, here's a lump. I mean, what the fuck? There were other lumps. It could have been a cyst or something, or a fibroid somewhere. Did I really need chemotherapy? Let the moon be your pocket watch. Exactly. Is there a Cancer moon? I mean, I know that there is, right? Cancer, full moon in Cancer. Oh, January 13th it was. What it means for your sign. Let's find out some shit. It may be hard to rid ourselves of nostalgia and memories of what has been, but we should shift our perspectives and embrace novelty. Oh, that was the name of the restaurant downtown I went to, where it was a novelty, or that's the kind of dinner it was, where you would pay up front and you each would get an appetizer, a meal, and a dessert. That was kind of cool. It may have come with a glass of wine too, or the drinks were separate. Leave my lair. New or unusual. Getting used to something new now. Okay. I actually like this. With the moon be your pocket watch, it's God, going back to times where we told time, we knew what time it was through where the sun and the moon were, right? This is prophesized. The Watchers. How we forget about the Watchers. This is the world or protection. No, this is against. I feel that this card is against. Against prophecy. Oh, got it. Reaping what you sow, for trying to go against or stop or create resistance for what is. At a standstill. Being blocked. Them trying to block people from getting their blessings, block people from getting recognition, block. Now everything's being blocked for them. There are people getting emotional because they've been waiting for this. There are those of you who actually study this shit. And I put my life into this about reptilians and studying it and aliens and shit and all this stuff. And I feel like, what am I getting out of it? That's sacrifice and shit. You get attacked more than anybody. My God, this is at a complete standstill. This reminds me of the day the earth stood still. People just standing still. Was there a pause or something? It may get to the point where a level up of gifts may come where somebody could just say pause, and it pauses the people around them. This would stop resistance in some way. It depends on where you are, what your situation is. It could even feel like a pause with the pulse that was coming down. You feel like you can't move, right? Like when you're just laying there and you imagine yourself moving, you're stuck. Sleep paralysis. Why? It could be other beings saying that we're going to keep you all stuck until something's made right. This could be something that affects people more than just feeling the pulse. There could be some spiritual thing that comes with this where we're going to keep you stuck until you do something. There's another thing with children. No, I don't feel that it's that, though. I don't feel it's that. At first, I don't know if somebody else thought this, because this definitely isn't my thought, of maybe they want you to focus on saving the children more than getting back with your wife or your husband. No, it takes a balance of these two people. And this may not even be a wife and a husband, but there's a woman and a male side. There's a male. You need both of these to make anything work. That's what I believe. You can't have all women, all female, and you can't have all male. It's lopsided. So whatever this is, man, it could just have been that the two of you had the same views and the world worked better when the two of you were together, partnered up, business partners, best friends, whatever. This is now all the children on social media. There's a block when it comes to sacrificing children on social media. This could be social media police. Covert. People who are paying attention to people's pages, following them now. These would be investigators by nature. There are social media platforms, if this didn't start yet, are going to wind up failing. Their views are going to go down. Their money's going to go down, because I think people, there's a layer of tinted window tint, right? That's lifted now, where people are starting to see the little things. Right? I'm seeing things now with this eye. Even shit with the food. There are food places that are failing. Yeah, they're having these. And it's, a lot of this is because of the reptilians. Look, taking a huge fucking loss. Because the electric, well, it could be the electricians even. It may not even be your actual workers in this food industry, but it could be the people who come in It's a horrible invasion of this type of being. They're everywhere, and the mindset is, it just feels poison. This could be the devil of how we know. Seek, kill, and destroy. Do you know people where it feels like that's all they care about is destroying someone, destroying something? These would be the kids who take a gift of someone else's, a kid, and just throws it against the wall because you're a fucking disgusting maniac and you're going to wind up being some low-level crack-addicted pimp. Good job. Yeah, go fuck yourself, kid. What do we do? Please stop procreating. What do we do if we're completely outnumbered? The only thing that we can do is assume that this thing that a bunch of us, I feel like, felt, if not spoke out loud, that none of these beings who are harmful for the planet or the universe will thrive any longer. Annihilation. So mote it be. That's it. I'm ending it there, and just keep on with that.